First of all, I want to talk a little about nails because a huge part of your success relies on this. My observation shows that people with sausage fingers tend to have really good tone, and it has to do a lot with the wider fingernail and how the string has a longer root to move on, and how it's easier to customize a wider nail than a narrow one. So if you have sausage fingers, if you have wider nails, then you are a bit lucky here genetically, but if you don't, just don't get sad. I will explain what you can do in just a minute. So nails. Here we need to cover two big basic things, the surface and the angles, which actually is two things, so we need to cover three things. Sorry for misleading, but these are crucial for you to get the best result in tone. Okay, so let's talk about the angles at first. Obviously, picking is a 3D sensation, duh. So we need to talk about this angle, this one, and also this one. So in the first case, we have a contact point here. We have this contact point and we are talking about how the string is slipping on the nail at this direction. And in the second case, we have this angle where the contact point is under the nail. And we are talking about how the string leaves the nail at this direction. But you have to keep in mind that these are happening simultaneously, so we need to find the right balance for each angles to work to make them work together. So if your nail is too round, then it won't have a long root for the string, but also if it's too straight, then it will have these spiky rough edges, so it will be really difficult to pick. And if this angle is too flat, then your nails start clenching to the string, to just clench to the string. But if too angled, it will be very difficult to control it. The best angles really depends on your technique and the size of your hand, the shape of your hand, everything. So it's really difficult to give you a template on how exactly shape your nails. But I like to start thinking always from a very natural aspect. So my nails are more round, as you can see. They are looking almost like nails usually look. So what I do is that I choose this more natural shape, and then I start picking very slowly, very gently, and I try to feel the contact point and also where the string leaves my nails. I try to feel what's the point where the string stucks under my nail, where it feels a little weird, and I just try to gently adjust my nails just a tiny bit until I get the result I want. Another good method is to pick a piece of sandpaper, cover a string, and start picking on the sandpaper. So after a couple of picking, you will see where the string wears out your nail. So you just keep continue doing this for a couple of minutes, and then you just need to find the edges, file your nail, smoothen it, and if the surface is really smooth, you're probably ready to go. And since I mentioned surface, it needs to be mirror smooth. So if you are looking at my nails from the under, I hope you can see, but it actually has this little shine running through on the underside of the nails. If I move it, I hope you can see it. I'm not sure, but it needs to be mirror smooth. So after you made a good shape for your nails, you need to file it with finer and finer sandpapers. I have artificial nails and I like to shape my nails with this average metal nail file. But if you use your own nails, your natural nails, I highly recommend to try glass nail files, which actually would have broken if I would dropped one. But they are really good. It's It's good because they damage your nails much less, and it's easier to make these tiny adjustments with it. I won't record a more professional take on this. So after I made the shape I wanted to, I use several sandpapers to find the edges. I like to start with a 3500 grit sandpaper. I find the edges, and then I go with finer and finer, softer and softer sandpapers until I get to the point where I make the final adjustment, which will be a 12,000 grit buffer. Yeah. So it looks like this for me, but you can get many different kind of. You also can get a micro mesh paper. I love those. Those are amazing. So micro mesh sandpaper or polishing paper. It's amazing. Polishing cloths. It's actually, because it's not paper. It's more like a piece of cloths. So they are really good, but you need to do the final touch with a really fine buffer. Then when I feel ready, I check the result with running through my thumbnail on my right hand nails, and I'm looking for little bumps and unevenness. And if I feel something weird, I just refile that part, and I'm doing this over and over again. A really important thing to keep in mind is that if you have a perfect shape but a very rough surface, your tone will be bad 100%. But if the nail of your shape is not so good, I mean not that good, it's alright, it's okay, but not so good, but you have a mirror smooth surface, you're more likely be fine. So that's all about nails in short. Well, actually not so short. Here, while I'm recording, it felt like an eternity. I hope this video can fit under 10 minutes. But yeah, about nails in short. Next thing is your picking technique. If your picking looks more like this, the sound always will be weak. This clenching picking is really a bad habit I see way too often. So if you're picking like this, probably this is the biggest thing that holds you back from a warm, beautiful tone. Picking should be more like touching the string and leaving it like this. And slow, soft movements generate nice, soft tones. So fast, tense movements will make a hard tone. Makes sense, right? So if your hand is stiff, you won't be able to produce a light, nice color. So in this case, just loosen up a little bit, release the tension of your body and start picking slowly and gently and without clenching. You also can experiment with the position of your hand. So if you are picking closer to the fretboard, the sound gets a little bit warmer, but be careful, because if you overdo it, the sound gets a little bit muddy. So just experiment with it and try to find a tone you like. If you found some value in this video and if it helps you in any ways, please hit the like button and subscribe on my channel, and also feel free to check out my other content. Also, do you see that painting behind me? That's actually my artwork, and by becoming a patron you can get a print of it. It's really nice. So just please consider supporting this channel by becoming a patron. Thank you. Your tone depends on the strings you are using a lot. Many people likes this bright sound of carbon strings, but I personally prefer nylon strings because I think they have a warmer, more rich sound in general, and I feel I also can produce a bright sound on them, so I just prefer them. And also, if you're not so confident about your tone and if you are still experimenting with it, I would recommend you to try nylon strings first. Now there are endless options for you out there for brands, and I just want to share some of my personal favorites because I experimented a lot with it already, and maybe I have some valuable tips for you. So I loved using the combination of this Aquila Rubino strings and Gully Genius Titanium strings. I was using the bass set of this and the trebles of this. They are amazing together. I love them. But after a certain time, it was frustrating that I had to buy two sets of strings to have one set. because I hate the treble of this, and the bass set of this is just it's just okay, but together they are like heaven. So I started experimenting with other brands, D'Addario, Tavares, Augustine Strings, all the big brands, and also smaller companies, and I ended up loving these two set of strings. The Imperial and Regal series of Augustine strings. Personally, this is my favorite now. I love it. And I don't have to promote these strings. I'm not an Augustine strings artist either. So I just really believe in this product. So I will leave some links down below for you to find them more easily and to help you to make a better decision or a good decision. Or a decision, just in general. So just check out the links down below. So, what strings do you use right now? What are your favorite strings? Let me know in the comments. Maybe you can share some brands I have never heard of at all. So just surprise me. Now this is all nice, and I hope you have a lot to think about right now. But what if you want to put everything into the practice? And what if you want to play fast, but you still have a stiff hand, but you want to maintain a nice warm color? What if you just can't get rid of the tension in your body? Well, I would recommend to check out these two videos of mine, and I can guide you through it step by step. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and hope to see you next time. Bye, enjoy your week, see you.